Hello friends, welcome to my live session today. In today's episode, I am going to make my favorite, actually family favorite, black-eyed peas soup. While we wait for other members to join, let's talk about some key nutritional benefits for the vegetables we are going to use today. Ginger is your best friend for supporting everything regarding digestive health. Garlic can benefit the heart, brain, and other organs. Onions are among the most significant sources of antioxidants. Tomatoes are a great source of vitamins and improve vision. Adding carrots to your diet can have a range of health benefits from bone health to acting as a natural toothbrush. Crunchy, crispy celery is well known for being low in calories, but its health benefits go far beyond use as a diet food. Green beans are one of the healthiest foods you can consume, but they are specifically great for belly fat loss as they are rich in soluble fiber, which fights inflammation that causes belly fat accumulation. Soups are easy to make, but if you are looking for some helpful hints to make better soups, you are in the right place. Using a variety of legumes like lentils, beans, various pastas, or whole grains of your choice, fresh vegetables and spices are the key to make flavorful soup. Earlier I shared the video where I showed how I cook multiple recipes at once using my Instant Pot. So you can actually boil the beans for the whole week, like a variety of beans for the whole week, a variety of grains for the whole week. So that makes life a lot more easier. When it comes to boiling legumes like beans, I prefer to use my electric pressure cooker and boil multiple beans using pot-in-pot method, or stovetop pressure cooker can be used to boil beans, lentils, etc. as well. I prefer to boil beans in big batches and freeze for later use to save some time in the kitchen. So let's explore some possibilities for making hearty, healthy, yummy soup today. Black-eyed peas, also known as cow beans. They have black eye and they have color like cow, black and kind of a beige green color. They are buttery and one of my favorite beans. So let's get started. Here I got all the vegetables that I'm going to chop. Into this pot I'm going to prepare the soup. So I'm going to heat up the stove on a medium to high in the beginning, and then I'm going to simmer the soup on the low to medium. So here I have oil. Take about a teaspoon of oil, and I'm going to start chopping the vegetables. So the first one I need is onion. So quickly I'm going to chop vegetables and keep adding into the pot. Very quick and easy to prepare. So I simply love to prepare this recipe any cold days, any rainy days. You can serve this soup in about under 15 minutes if you have some stuff ready. Most likely the black-eyed peas, which I normally boil and freeze. Alright, so I'm going to start with adding ginger and garlic paste. You can chop ginger and garlic very fine, or you can just dice however you like the texture of your ginger garlic. I normally like minced kind of consistency for ginger garlic. And fry ginger garlic for a little bit. I'm going to reduce the temperature now on a medium. Very family friendly recipe. You can add or make ingredients as per your preference. The next goes in onion, and I prefer to chop vegetables a little bit finer. So the next I'm going to add, I have potato and carrot. Then I have some green beans. I have already washed everything. Chop carrot however you prefer. I'm just going to slice it up, easy. Now whenever I prepare most soup recipes, Since I do not use vegetable stock or any kind of stock, I season it really well. I prefer to add lots of fresh vegetables in it instead of vegetable stock. And so I normally just use regular water. But if I make some stock, then of course I would. So if you have vegetable stock, by all means use it. So the next goes in our carrot. And celery is must. It enhances flavor, and just notice that when you add celery and when you make soup without celery, it makes a huge difference, and I'm telling from my own personal experience. So I always love to add celery in my soup. Whether I'm preparing minestrone soup, vegetable soup, celery has to be there. I'm just going to chop celery as much fine as I can. It doesn't have to be really fine. You can use here chopper. If you think that chopping this vegetables is kind of a bit of a job for you, you can use food processor. I do that sometimes when I have very limited time in the kitchen. Food processor is your best buddy. But today I decided to take some time and prepare this soup with you all, of course. Okay, at this time, since my vegetables has started sticking a little bit to the pot, I am going to go ahead and add salt. Add salt to taste. I'm using Himalayan salt, which is kind of a little on a low flavor side, so just kind of add a little bit more, but you can add as per your preference. And also need some water. So I'm just going to go ahead and add water in it and let it simmer now. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover while I'm chopping the remaining vegetables here. And right now the temperature is on a medium. I'm going to get as much as I can from this celery. It's very crunchy, fresh celery I have here. That vegetable stock has mostly like celery, carrot, ginger, and onion, and all those things that goes into vegetable stock. So here we are just going to go ahead and add them fresh. And if you don't like chunky vegetables, you can just use the hand blender later to blend some of the vegetables. Okay, so the next I have here green beans. Sometimes I add mushroom as well, but today I'm just going to skip mushroom. Green beans ready to go into the pot. So as you can see, very simple. So far we've just been adding all kinds of vegetables in it. Here I have potato, and I'm using baby potato, but you don't have to. Just use any kind you have. And I prefer to keep the skin, so be sure to wash them really well. I scrub with my vegetable scrubber so that there is no dirt in potatoes. So chop, chop, chop. A lot of chopping. Potato in it. All the vegetables are in except tomato. Tomato needs to be there as well. And I have my black-eyed peas already boiled. So this soup is so much quick to prepare for me. Vegan, gluten-free soup. Tomatoes. Alright, so let's get that going in there as well. Juicy tomatoes. I usually prefer to chop tomatoes inside out. It makes a lot more easier. They don't keep on slipping on your cutting board. I prefer to add more tomatoes than any other vegetables, but it's totally up to you. Tomato brings that tarty flavor, little sour, you know. And later I'm going to use immersion blender to blend some of the vegetables, so that will give us an amazing little bit of creaminess as well. Alright, so let's get all these things out of our way. And into this pot now, the next thing I have to add is Italian seasoning. If you have fresh basil, oregano, you can use fresh. Even parsley goes really well in this soup. But since today I don't have any fresh herbs, I'm going to use dried Italian mixed herbs. So I like to add lots of it. Then here I have paprika for the amazing color and the flavor. You can use smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, red chili powder. Since this is mild, I'm using a little bit more here, but you can always adjust to your preference. And this soup serves 4 people. So I'm going to simmer all these vegetables first on a low to medium. Carrot, potato, green beans, they need to be cooked really well. So I'm going to cook for a little bit. And here I have some pasta. I'm not using just ordinary pasta. I'm using quinoa pasta, red and white quinoa pasta. Now if you do not have this kind of pasta, you can basically use your favorite kind of pasta, or you can use whole grains. Instead of eating all the processed food, whole food is the best. So you can add quinoa, the whole quinoa, or any other favorite grains of yours. Even rice, brown rice would work. So it's totally your preference. That's why I said this recipe is very friendly, very tasty, very yummy. My mouth is already watering. So I'm going to go ahead and add pasta as well because I need to cook this pasta. They are raw. However, my beans are already cooked, so I'm going to add later. So I'm going to go ahead and add pasta now. So now we have few things that needs to be cooked really well. So I'm just going to keep simmering. The color is already amazing. Alright, so the soup has been simmering for about 15 minutes and ready to add some remaining ingredients in it. Hope you can see it's simmering very nice here. Everything looks cooked really well. Look at the size of pasta now. And if desired, you can check the potato. Yep, everything is done. Really cooked well. Now I'm going to add a little bit more water in it because I kind of like the soup kind of like a broth, or in between stock and broth, let's put it this way. Now as you can see, I don't even feel like I should run the blender in it. I'm going to simmer it for a little bit more. As I add a little bit more water, I'm going to simmer it a little bit for about 5 more minutes. And I'm also going to go ahead and add boiled black-eyed peas, also known as cow beans. So I'm going to go ahead and add in, cover it and let it simmer for about another 3 to 5 minutes. Actually, since I have got the blender ready here, I'm just going to go ahead and run just like little bit, like roughly in some spots. That's about it. If you just run the blender even just once, you can see the difference. Now it gets thicker, as you can see. So I don't want to make it too thick, so that's just a perfect consistency. I'm just going to go ahead and increase the temperature a little bit so that it gets ready a little bit faster. Though I'm not in a hurry, so I just want to finish the video. By the way, my another favorite spice for this soup is black pepper. How can I forget that? You can crack some fresh black pepper, but today I'm just going to go ahead and add ground black pepper. And so as you can see, this soup is ready. Spinach can be added as well. I love to add spinach in this soup because then you have all the nutrition you need. You got protein from the beans, you got some vitamins and other minerals and everything from vegetables. Grains has like fiber. So like this soup is kind of combination of all the elements that we need to have for our body for like a everyday diet. So this is my really favorite soup anytime. For the first time, I'm using broadcasting system, so hopefully I do the job really well. If not, please tolerate and be patient. I will try to include all the details and all the information for this recipe. Whatever I miss, I'll try to add into the description box. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoy my broadcasting live videos, please do let me know so that I can continue broadcasting live recipes for you, or maybe something else. It doesn't have to be always cooking. We don't want to be in the kitchen whole day, right? So yeah, my soup is simmering really well now. So and now the aroma is all over my house. And here I have my serving bowl ready. Cute soup bowl. So I'm going to turn off the stove now, and ready to serve. You can serve the soup just as it is. It tastes amazing. Or you can serve with bread, and sometimes I just go ahead and serve with some crackers, you know, like a club crackers or Ritz crackers or homemade crackers. Amazing. Right, so there we have our soup plate ready. It's piping hot, but let's give it a taste test. You know what? Just pinch of sugar balances out all the flavors. So I'm going to do that. So into the pot, I'm just going to go ahead and add just maybe just a half teaspoon of sugar. That should just work. I mean, without sugar even it's just amazing, but we need all the elements of flavors. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new recipe videos every week. You can also visit my website bhavnaskitchen.com for new recipe tips, tricks and ideas in the kitchen. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Bhavna's Kitchen is everywhere. Bhavna's Kitchen and Living actually. You can download Bhavna's Kitchen apps totally free on your iOS, Android and many other mobile devices. You can watch me on a big TV screen using Roku, Amazon Fire or YouTube app itself if you have a smart TV. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Look at this amazing looking soup. Black eyed peas soup.